This is Lord Thaddeus Cray. This one is going to be a little bit different than my usual fare. I'm kind of suffering through anxiety right now, so I've noticed these little things that I do, especially like this, it helps that. And maybe at the same time, I can definitely share some things that might be beneficial to my viewers, and just individuals in general, you know. Like I said, this isn't going to be about cryptids or my supernatural experiences. This is a little different. It's not going to be a movie review either, or one of my horror stories, anything like that. Just the record, I'm working on 2 of them, but it's going to be a few months before they're ready. That's just how it is. My mind, I can't just spit out stuff. I literally have to churn this kind of stuff in this bald mug of mine, and, once I get it out, one I'm actually using with a written script, the other, which is Unforgiven. The other one, Werewolf Hunter, I'm kind of possibly going to be doing like I did in the past, more free, storytelling, which is pretty much what I'm best at anyway. It's kind of an experiment on both sides, if you will. So here goes. The experience that I had, like I said, was not a supernatural encounter, nothing like that. This was a life lesson for me. This happened probably, I would say, close to a month ago. This is when I was taking, my week-long hiatus, because I needed it very badly. I needed to get the things that are good for getting this noodle of mine straightened out, so let's leave it at that. Okay, I'm going to get to it. I met an old man. He was an older black gentleman. Real cool cat. Couldn't have asked for a more cool dude. I'm not going to mention no names because of obvious reasons. But either way, this guy, I'm going to call him Jacob, just for giggles here, right? Jacob and me, we sat down. This was a very amazing man, to say the least. He was definitely loud and definitely rambunctious, he was all that. I'll tell you right now, you couldn't get him to be quiet. But he related to me in a few ways. And this guy, like I said, we sat down and was saying, Wes, I want you to understand something. Not everything you see is as you understand it. I was like, okay, Jake, what you got? He told me straight up, point blank. If you see a man come up to you, and he's not imposing, nothing too scary or anything like that, but this guy comes up to you, and he's talking mess. He was telling him an experience he had with his son, right? So Jake, and his son I'm changing up things a little bit to kind of protect the man's privacy. It's a matter of respect. But anyway, he says to his son, pretty much, if you ever come up to this guy comes up to you or whatever, and they're not too much of the way of, because his son's a big guy, much bigger than me. And I've had this experience myself. Basically, if the dude comes up to you, and he's trying to talk a lot of mess, and he doesn't seem much, like a little guy, maybe my height, shorter, or whatever, person who's small. And the thing is, he comes up to him and he starts talking mess. And his son's like, man, I'll take care of that without, I'd swat down a man that size. He's like, don't. Because that man most likely has something backing him up. Whether it be some kind of knowledge or a weapon he's carrying. And that is kind of something that I really thought of. I really ruminated that in my mind. I was like, wow, I have always had a horrific temper. Those who know me, especially how I moderate in the Dogman Cams Facebook group, those who know me know, yeah, my temper's bad. It is horrible. I mean, just it's something I have to work with every day of my life. I'm hot-headed. I've gotten myself in so much trouble over my temper. But what that guy said to me really, really ruminated. And sometimes you really have to step back and pay attention to your surroundings and be aware. I mean, I know you guys probably already know this, but at the same time, I don't really think of such things until it's over with. I'm very impulsive. Those who that probably followed me probably put 2 and 2 together on that pretty quick. But anyway, what Jake told me when we were sitting down talking, he told me at length about that. This is an amazing man. This is a guy who used to do volunteer work. Of course, he busted his hip. He can't do much of that no more. And he was just in a real bad situation, but he was working himself out of it. And I'm just saying, people like this you pay attention to, especially if they have that wisdom. I'm just saying, this is kind of shout out to you, Jake. Even though I know that ain't your real name, and we all know that. I appreciate the advice, because believe me, dude, it's stuck. Sometimes I can use my noggin for something other than needing turtle wax, if you get my drift. I'm just saying, it's something to think about. And also, I wanted to do something, not just to kind of share a little bit of a, hang on here, common street wisdom, no. I also wanted to do something a little different. I want to let you guys know, if you don't know, Sean Graham, he's a good friend of mine, as you all know. He's a man I consider a brother. He is spreading his wings in certain ways. He's going to start putting stuff out, maybe snippets here and there, on his own channel. Now, what I'm going to be doing, these little things for a while, in the descriptions, I'm going to be putting a link to that channel. And I would like you guys, if you can, do me a favor. Check his little channel out. He's trying to make it grow. He's trying to kind of, head his own path. And believe me, that man, he deserves every opportunity that he has coming his way. This kind of, my little hats off to there for Mr. Graham. If you guys get a chance, man, really, check his channel out. He's going to be putting some new content out, and believe me, let's help him grow. He deserves that, man. He really does. Especially after all he's done for me and for many of us. Just putting that shout out there for him. You guys also know what I do. I'm the producer for Dogman Cams, Chasing the Truth, of course, and The Vault of Nightmares. I believe the Vault of Nightmares might be on hiatus for a little bit, so I'm not too worried about that one. But you guys know my email. It's wesvic@dogmancams.com. If you've had a cryptid experience or supernatural, hit me up. I'll make sure you get the chance to personally share your story. And it will be spread among different individuals who understand. You ain't going to have judgment, especially from me. I understand. I've seen things. Y'all already know. I'm no stranger to the paranormal. None. When it comes to any kind of stranger or disbelief or anything like that. Bear with me. Sometimes my thoughts come straight to my, out. So therefore it's hard for me to really speak properly at times. But that's what I wanted to put out there. You guys also can hit me up in the comments, or you can also, not just email me, if you know me on Facebook, hit me up in Messenger. I'll get back with you immediately. I want to give you that chance. This is from my heart to yours. Be blessed and be safe.